Hello again, welcome back to InstantInfra. My name is Oscar, I'm gonna be your host, I guess. So in this one, we are going to set up a new AWS account to be the one that we will be using throughout this channel, or throughout this series in this channel. So I'm also gonna be writing the steps that you need to do, like the requisites and everything you need to set up to not only create an AWS or a cloud account, but create an account, a user in that account that we can use for Terraform or OpenTofu, whatever you want. I'm gonna be using OpenTofu, and this is something that I will discuss in another video, but you can follow along using Terraform. So let's jump into it. To open a new AWS account, unfortunately you need a credit card. I mean, you can make use of the free credits. You can apply for them. There's like $300, $100 of free credits or something like this. But you only need the valid credit card. There's no charges. You will not incur in anything unless you straight away, upon creating an account, you start deploying, renting machines or doing things in the cloud. That's when you're gonna get charged. And then you need a physical address for that card, and then an email. Could be anything, but they recommend, and this is for when you actually work at a organization and things like this. And then you're gonna need the AWS CLI installed. We're gonna install that in Terraform or OpenTofu. So let's go ahead and go to AWS. Then let's try to follow along. Once, before I jump into this, we're gonna get into the account, and then we're gonna create. This is the overview, right? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna create an account, and then set up the IAM structure. Very basic. Create the necessary IAM resources. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management, and we're gonna configure locally our identity and access management with the keys that we get from the cloud, from that user, and using the AWS CLI. And then we're gonna use Terraform OpenTofu to see if we can communicate to the cloud. And so that's it, right? What you're gonna see, it's one way of doing things. There's a lot of opinions, and actually I welcome everyone to share how they do it upon seeing this video. So let's get started. I'm gonna put a timer on and see if we can get this in less than 10 minutes. Okay, so let's jump into AWS, and let me put this in next. Okay, create an account. Very easy. The only thing you have to do is follow along. InstantInfra.com. Okay, so we haven't signed up to AWS. We need to sign into AWS. Let's name our account InstantInfra, and then we're gonna have my email next to me. Probably gonna take some time to reach. Maybe I will have to stop the video because this is a new email that I just set for myself, so maybe it'll take some time to reach. Okay, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna use this email address because there was a problem, but I used admin at the InstantInfra, and then because I didn't got email, got registered, got into botched. So I'm gonna be using hey at InstantInfra.com, and then we're gonna proceed to verify the account. And yeah, I got the verification code straight away. It's working now. And yeah, I'm not gonna show the password, but I'm using this hey login password manager. It kind of like the extension auto creates a password, so it's so settled. And yeah, this is great. I mean, since the last time I did this onboarding experience that existed, but it's exactly what we need. We need a free account to experiment. After the 6-month free period, when upgrades are used, you can choose to upgrade to a paid plan. Otherwise, your account closes out. Hence the valid credit card. If you run stuff and you want to keep using it, they're gonna be charging you after 6 months. So I'm going to fill this up real quick. And I have to mask this because I don't want to dox myself. Unless you want to send me a gift, I'll not unmask it. Okay, I've read and agreed to all the terms. Agree and continue. Yeah, I'm gonna set up personal, to personal account, and then they're gonna ask me for my credit card, which I have here. Again, I'm gonna have to mask this, otherwise I'm gonna get charged for, I don't know, from what you guys think I'm gonna get charged from. Sorry. Is okay. Perfect. Continue. Okay. Okay, copy the code. Ready. Let's set up. Yes, almost there. Okay, I obviously because I had an issue with the email, I lost the track of the counter, but I'm guessing that we're like 5 minutes into this whole process. So if you're seeing this, it means that you have an open account, and for some reason they open my account in Stockholm, so I'm gonna go London. That's okay, cool. That's the current region. Wait, did they open my credits? Okay, cool. It's been a while since I've been in AWS in the console, so you'll have to bear with me. Billing, cost management. I want to see my accounts. I want to see my credits, because I saw somewhere like initially that I had some credits. So we have an account now. I think it's probably still setting up. Let's go to London again. And now we are going to go back to my tutorial, we are going to set up a IAM resource to interact with the cloud with programmatically, right? So we're gonna go to, you can go to this block icon, or you can search for IAM, Identity and Access Management, and I'm gonna create a user, because right now I'm logged in as the root user. So I don't want to use the root user, which has the access to absolutely everything, programmatically. So I'm gonna create a new one. I'm gonna go to users, create user. Let's say InstantInfra. I don't want to provide these user the access to the console. Yeah, attach policies directly. In this case, for this user, we'll create a user and assign it the administrator access, which is manage policy. This is the policy. So we're creating the user and we're gonna attach a policy, which is already, provisioned and it's set for us. This will allow everything on everything. Like, this is the most dangerous, I would say. It's very tricky. There's a million ways to configure IAM resources, and you can configure policies and go as granular as you desire and as you need. But for the time being, because this is just for fun and learning purposes, I'm just gonna use this one and allow my InstantInfra user to access to absolutely everything. Hopefully I will not get deplete the credits. No. So yeah, there's the instructions that I just did. So once you create the user, you go into that user, you go into security credential, and then you create, what is it? Access keys? Yeah, you create an access key. You plan to use the access key to enable the AWS CLI to access. Yep, that's the one that we need. Sorry about that. Yeah, no worry about it. This is what we need, because obviously we need to give Terraform permissions to access Terraform or open InstantInfra, and that's it. That's what you need to, like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna remove this as soon as this recording is finished. So what you have to do is save your credentials somewhere safe. So I'm that. Yeah, I'm using cursor, but you can use whatever whichever text edit you want. Oh, that's right. So let's put this AWS credentials at E and then C secret. To get them from. This is very important. When you get these two, you can share them, you can download them, you can store them in your password manager. Just what I would think it's the best thing to do. Keep them on a secure password manager or something. If you lose them, you cannot get it back. So you will have to revoke and create a new access key, set of keys. Cool. So these are done, and that's about it for the cloud. So now you have a user with credentials that can be that can access the entire cloud. So that's it for this piece. Now let's go into Terraform and let's test things out. Save your credentials. Cool. Now I think I skipped the thing here, which I'm gonna add it again. But you have to, with the credentials that you got from the cloud, you'll have to configure your AWS credentials locally. So for that, you need to have the AWS CLI installed. Notice that I don't have it, so there's a way to AWS download the macros CLI package file. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do it using the wizard or this package file, but there's a lot of ways of doing this. This is just a very easy. So just bear with me for a second. I've done this many times. So good. Cool. And then let's see if that got installed. Yes. Yep. It's very slow. Both or 3. 2.31. So that's good. That's the one that we want. Support the macros. Great. Cool. So now what you have to do, AWS configure. So it's gonna ask you for the access key, and it's gonna ask you for the secret key. The default region we were using previously, but tell you guys, let's go to London EU West 2. EU West 2, and then default output format, I'm gonna say JSON. Another part. So AWS. So now you will notice that if I go to AWS, that's the configuration, and these are the credentials. But this is for the default account or profile. If I were to do the same thing for, I don't remember, but profile, I don't know, InstantInfra. There's no profile InstantInfra, which is expected. So let's do the same thing. The default EU to JSON. See, yeah, now I have a different profile. Obviously we're using the same credentials, so that's okay. And now finally, now that I have that enabled, let's go back to our where's line. So yeah, that's the policy, and we're gonna test things out. I'm gonna put this next to me, and then I'm gonna go. I have this repo, which is, it's gonna be available, completely free in my profile. In here, I'm gonna be doing all the infra as code work for the tiers, right? In this file and this, in clouds, AWS init, we're just gonna do this hello world application. So we're gonna create a main Terraform file. You know what? I'm just gonna copy paste this because I wrote it like a couple of hours ago, and then provide in there AWS. And I don't remember if we need to do something else, but if you don't remember, the documentation is fantastic. I'm used to check the Terraform registry, and this is also applicable if you're gonna use OpenTofu, right? So EU was 2. Finally, normally you would do something like this. File data df and AWS billing service account.
Say instant.
Okay, let's just put a name. This is gonna do a lookup, and then you would do output. You can name it as best you want. I mean, Terraform is gonna look inside the folder, and it's going to try to execute everything declaratively. So in here, we're going to take the value from this file and output it. And that's it, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to infrastructure, and then we'll go to clouds, AWS init, this thing, and we are going to do, we're gonna use OpenTofu, but you can do whatever you can use. Well, okay, let's do tofu init. The space. Interesting. It's been a while. I think I've never used OpenTofu. Output. Luckily, it's very descriptive, so all output blocks must have one value. Should we say? Okay. So what we first need to do is similar to npm install or pip install, whatever. We need to initialize the folder with the dependencies and everything that we said that we were gonna use. In this case, we're using HashiCorp AWS as a provider. So as you can see, that's installing it. And then let me just, and then it's gonna say, okay, you might now begin working with this and try running the tofu plant or df. Yeah, exactly. So I have this, you know, for the rest of the series, I'm gonna use tf as an alias to Terraform OpenTofu. They're both interchangeable. I create an alias. There. Go. Okay, and then so I have an alias now, tf plan. That's gonna use tofu. But I wouldn't want to use tofu all the time. I'm actually used to use just tf and alias it to Terraform, but lately because I've been starting to use tofu, yeah, I don't want to switch from tf to tofu. I'm just gonna keep using the same alias. So first, you have to do init. You can straight away go and do apply, which is essentially gonna get you the create the structures and declaratively apply your Terraform files or your TF files. The plan also works to see what is exactly the unique enough. So as you can see, this is working. I'm using the AWS credentials that I configured in my machine. And I don't know if this is a good idea, but yeah, I can see the I don't remember what to see, the account ID.
Account. That's it.
Yeah, no. But that's interesting.
What is this?
What am I getting at different accounts? Okay, to apply. Am I using the credentials from my previous account? Bullshit. Cool. That's it. I mean, you have a Terraform account, a Terraform ready repo with AWS credentials, and that's more than 10 minutes. Okay, I'll investigate why this is a different thing from let me just see. 1 second. Sorry about that. I found the problem. It seems like what we were calling here is the billing service account, which is a different thing than the actual account ID. So as you can see, I just applied this, and the outputs will be billing service account, the primary contact, which is me, and the account ID. The account ID is
Does match this thing. Well, right.
Yep, there we go. Cool. So that concludes the first video. Sorry. I hope that it wasn't that long. I'm gonna try to speed things up a bit more on the next one. But yeah, see you on that one. Bye.